I love this circuit. It's big, it's 4 miles long, it's technical, it's got low speed, high speed, straightaways, downhill, uphill, elevation changes, you know, it's got it all rolled up into one.
Just get familiar with this place again. This lap's so long, we'll see you in like 10 minutes probably. Being out of the points really sucks. We'll kind of keep pushing hard, but that's kind of not the goal now.
I always said that, you know, I won't drive competitively anymore when I can't be competitive.
Okay, what do we got for fuel and tires on this thing?
Brand new stickers and 25 gallons.
2 testing sessions this morning, both 45 minutes apiece, which is a lot of time, which it's great because you can go out, get warmed up, run a good 4 or 5 laps, and then come back in and make changes.
Yeah.
I'm right here waving, right here waving. How's the car feel?
You know, no complaints. I wouldn't change anything right now. The brake pedal gets a little long though. It's weird.
Okay, we'll bleed them after this session.
I wish we had this every weekend because then we get the track time that we deserve. I'm pretty happy. We ran 2.5 seconds faster than we went last year. I knew we wouldn't be in the 204s for a session, but 207.2. We're 6th quick. We were like 6th quick at Mid-Ohio as well, you know, so got a little time to make up. Paul's got some time to make up.
I never felt that chatter like it was doing.
It was pretty violent, so we saw it right away, felt it right away.
It's doing it right before brakes. It's like peak speed. Front end would chatter like it's hitting those blocks.
And this track's got long straightaways, it's got big braking zones. They look like really tight corners, but they're actually, they flow really well, so there's a lot of momentum. So you need your car to work, you need big horsepower. I mean, we're 180 miles an hour down 3 straightaways here, so if there's any kind of vibration or something, it just starts shaking itself apart.
So it did that to me at VIR, Paul, same thing.
Hit this lap, Paul. Yeah, 10-4. The help is still doing it. You can see it, right?
Yeah, I mean, just the whole car shakes, and you can actually see the nose moving up and down the straightaway, which is never a good thing. The nose is bolted on with basically probably inch and a quarter, inch and a half square tubing, and it's not the thickest wall, so it starts to bend and deflect, and metal fatigues obviously, and once it fatigues, it snaps, so it doesn't fix itself.
Still doing it. Not nearly as bad, but still doing it.
Is it touching the ground, you think, or just vibrate?
Yeah, it's had a shake. I don't know if it's hitting the ground and then causing it. I did not feel the rub blocks or smell the rub blocks like I did the first time.
It was a brand new nose for this weekend that has a lot more downforce, a lot more efficient aero. We had to put the old nose back on, lost some downforce, had to readjust heights and do all that stuff. And we practiced, we're okay, just balance wasn't that great.
I can give it 3, 4, 5 laps. Remember, you can work those rear bars. If it's good, then great. If you need more, again, just let us know. Like I said, we'll go to the front bar next time.
You know, I know the car is really fast. We're doing 180 miles an hour at the end of these straightaways. And speed, to me, sitting in the car is just a number. You know what? Sitting outside of the car, we're here at NASCAR weekend and seeing a Cup car go down the straightaway and into the braking zone. You're going, wow, that's really fast. Now add another 10 miles an hour, and that's what we run.
I mean, it's not bad considering how hot it is. You know, it pushes too bad in the carousel, more than what I had with the canards on it. But you spend so much time there, you know, if you're giving that up, that's not a good thing.
The carousel is a long sweeping, kind of like a 180 corner, but it's big, you know, and it's this long corner, and it starts to go downhill and that type of thing. And so the more time you spend in a corner, not full throttle, you know, that's a pretty big time eater, you know, it eats up time. So the faster you can go through that, the better lap time you're going to have. So you want to get that right.
Yeah, I'm just worried about like overall balance. Did that raising the rear help you everywhere else? It didn't. It definitely freed it up, and then so much so that I went to mid-bar here.
Okay, Cameron, they say course is green. We're just waiting on them.
You know, the TA2 class and Cameron, you know, we didn't have a good race at Mid-Ohio, so the good thing about a back-to-back is you can get right back up on that horse and ride it.
Yeah, when you have a bad week like we did at Mid-Ohio, I mean, especially when you follow up with such a good track and place like this, you really start looking forward to it right away.
So total 4 laps here, Cameron. We're going to do 1 out at a slow pace, build some temp in the tyres and brakes. 1 at like a 75%, and then we'll lean on it for 2 laps.
Copy.
If you feel the tyres there on your first time by, let's use it.
Cameron came right out of the box right away. We have James Waddell with us. He's an engineering the car. He's going to work for Penske on their hypercar project. So very, very smart guy. And the first session right out of the box, bang, we're P1 in the practice session for 30 minutes of the first 45 minutes of the session.
As a driver, that's good to see and gives you that confidence you need, especially after a tough weekend. And then for the crew guys too, just to kind of get a little monkey off their back and get them to relax a little bit and kind of regain their focus.
How does the car feel, Cameron?
It felt good. I almost want to go up a little tight on entry, but then it's loose apex out still. But it's much better, much more controlled than with the other springs.
We'll just do tire pressures and go up 1 turn to rear right height.
I mean, we're P6 right now with a 12.7. Everything else that we've run is 214.
Usually every season there's kind of this point where some people are making gains and you might not just be on track with what you're trying to do and making this progress. You know, we showed up with some good speed, which is, it's encouraging now to not be chasing stuff right off the bat, but we're still looking for that magic ticket to get us up top.
Nobody's gone any faster for the last, I don't know, 5-6 minutes. Yeah, like 1/10 of a second gets us in like 4th place.
We kind of unloaded with almost the same setup as Mid-Ohio, which, you know, was a little bit of a struggle. We didn't quite have the speed that we wanted there. So it's pretty encouraging to see just the overall balance and performance of the car is just getting better as a whole piece, as a whole unit.
So we'll do out 1 hot lap and then we'll call that for the day, Cameron.
Okay, got a good gap in front of you. Let's go.
I think that's just how I am as a person. It's just trying to be level-headed and see everything. You know, we look at a bunch of data. Data doesn't lie. I mean, it is what it is. And looking at the lap times, we always know that I can get better as a driver. I make mistakes. I'm far from perfect. And as a car too, we know that we're continually trying to make improvements to the car.
Course is green for a 20-minute qualifying session for all TA cars.
Alright, here we go. Put it together here. You got it.
On Thursday, we run, 150 miles on the racetrack. On qualifying day, we run once, and that's at 1 o'clock for 20 minutes, and that's all you run all day.
Nice, looking good. Good gap here, plenty of time left. Keep pushing. Give me at least 2 more laps here. You got it. Good lap, 2064. Pinterix in front of us with a 5.2.
It pretty much was going to plan until it didn't. We were on our first flyer qualifying lap, and I shifted in the 5th on the back straight, and I hear this pop and a real loud engine exhaust noise, and we had broken our exhaust on the first qualifying lap. I haven't even completed it yet. And knowing that we can't fix it, I've got to get at least 1 lap in, so I just continued on for 2 more laps and did the best I could do. When you break an exhaust like that, it's probably going to rob you 30-40 horsepower, which is significant, so it kind of set me off, but we got a good enough qualifying time to qualify 6th.
Good job, Paul. First lap, 2:05.1. Pole is a 2:04.1.
We used qualifying kind of as a practice session, did some changes for that, and then made actually more changes probably overnight for the race.
When going to 5th lane, I feel like that's about all I got. Copy that, copy that. What are the right now? 2033 by Chris Dyson.
We'll give her one more shot, eh?
We'll get pressure down. You'll give her one more, and if that's all she got, that's all she got.
I was pretty proud of where we qualified, actually, with very minimal practice time. We qualified third, which we can race from there.
We just got behind in them 2 sessions with that nose bug.
Just a little more grip overall, but same as yesterday.
Qualifying was a bit of a build-up and then a little bit of a letdown.
Give me more front bias, don't be afraid to give it a go.
Copy.
We showed good speed in practice. We improved our lap time by over a second, so we were really encouraged by that. And we don't hold back. We don't ever sandbag. We're not, making big changes or running around on junk tires or stickers every session. We're pretty middle of the road all the time.
Car felt pretty good. I kept adding more front brake bias, kept locking into 5.
We were really happy when I saw that lap time on the second lap coming through. I was pretty excited about it.
But other than that, I felt good. I don't know where those guys are pulling out like a whole second. Where are we at? We're P9 at a 12.1. Cruise is on pole at 11.1.
To hear that we were falling back to like 8th, 9th, 10th at the end of qualifying was a bit of a hard pill to swallow, but we know we've got a good race car again. I think our balance is pretty good. We might be lacking just a little bit of speed to some of the guys up front. But as far as a race car goes, we don't have a 1-lap car, but I think by the end of 100 miles, as long as we can keep it in one piece and where we need to be, I think we've got a shot at being on the podium.
1 minute to engine start. Teams, wait for the command. I said it's hot as Texas out here. Tanning my mosquito bites as we speak. Grid, engine start command. I don't know if those cold shirts working. It's showing 90 degrees. Go ahead and try to reboot, turn it off and turn it on. Put the settings on the controller while you can. Pace car lights are up.
Time by, green this time by.
Green, 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 green.
Start of the race, we had a pretty positive outlook. Car was pretty good. We started off a little bit tight the first lap. I feel like we got a good start. And it's just, it's like Spec Miata race. We're just bumper to bumper. It looked like NASCAR going into turn 3 and everything into turn 5, just pushing cars, trying to get any position that we could. Even though the start didn't really go our way, we didn't gain much on the start, you can't rush it. We couldn't force anything. It's a long race. When there's not all the mayhem going on, the racing is so close. It's pretty fun. It's challenging, but I think it makes for a good show. It's good driving because it really takes some skills and some timing and setting things up to make the pass and move forward. So it rewards the better drivers.
There's probably going to be a full course caution coming. Full course yellow. Put yourself down while you can. Take your time. Do what you got to do to stay cold, man. But yeah, I got a hot. It was up to 100 degrees before I finally just unplugged the shirt.
Our shirt, the cool shirt, just stopped working. It never worked. It was pumping 90-degree water to start. That was the coolest it was.
We're going green this time by. Pace car lights are out. All right, here we go. Head down, face forward. This is why we train for situations like this. Let's go. Green, 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 green.
So I was just kind of trying to settle in and again, just kind of take care of the tires because some of these guys we know drive harder than us. Setup might not have been as good. The car really started to come with us after lap 2, 3, 4 and was really feeling pretty good and starting to gain some time on the guys in front.
Yeah,
It felt like being in Vegas when it's summertime and 115 degrees, but you're wearing, you know, all your winter gear on, because we're covered head to toe in fireproof underwear, gloves, shoes, helmets. You know, we really don't have any exposed skin because it's a safety thing. So we're covered head to toe in all of our safety gears.
I know it's hot in there. Stay cool, keep your eyes forward, and let's get ready.
You know, inside the top 10 and looking pretty good actually on the last restart. So again, just trying to salvage some decent points, you know, possibly a top 5 or something close to that. And just going into turn 5, I don't really know what happened. We went in there conservative, made it through the corner actually all right on the gas, and then trying to get out of the corner, all of a sudden we just got flat out wrecked. Turned into the wall, actually spun us around 360 and smacked the front of the car pretty hard, so pretty bent up. Radiators busted out of it. Wasn't driving too straight, but with, you know, lap and a half to go, just kind of limped it around to the end and don't even know where we finished. Being out of the points really sucks. We'll kind of keep pushing hard, but that's kind of not the goal now. It's just more focus on what we can do, making the car better, figuring out what we need to do, and really we're just going to start going for, you know, flat out speed and try to win some races. That's kind of the only thing that could help us towards the end and really kind of get us squared off and get ready for next year.
Is the cool suit on?
I'm gonna turn it on right before you leave grid.
They said there's weather coming.
Yeah, it's looking more like 7 o'clock-ish, 6. Hopefully we're done. We'll get defrosters in. Guess we need them.
Okay, Paul, get them tires and brakes warmed up, buddy.
All right, make sure we're packing up and pairing up here. Start getting ready, make sure you're in the right gear.
Ready, 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 ready. Green, 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 green.
We had a lot of competition this weekend. You know, there's 4 guys that were really fast.
Got a jump on Penteric. He stuffed it back inside me. I went around to the inside of the turn going into turn 3 and I decided to let him have the corner. We were battling pretty hot and heavy there in the beginning. Wasn't able to click off the kind of laps that I want to at the beginning of the race. The car was very tight, understeered quite a bit, and that's because of the heavy fuel load on board the car.
Really thought that we had something for Kaz if it went green. I felt like I was better than him on the long run.
You're gambling on your race setup because you don't really know for sure what you got. Mainly because the Xfinity race is ahead of us. And they run 180 miles, so it's a good 2-hour plus race, laying down Goodyear rubber. We race on Pirelli rubber, so it's not compatible. So you really don't know what kind of track you're going to have when you show up for our 5 o'clock race start.
I've driven Poncho's car before. I kind of know how that car works, and I just felt like we could be better than him. If the race went green, he's going to probably use up more tire than how our cars are. So. I had that in the back of my mind, but I also knew that it was going to be stupid fast, and I had to push hard enough to keep up with them. So my goal was not to, get the lead on lap 2 and then try to stretch it out. I was going to be patient and let them work their tires in and burn them off, and then try to get after them about lap 10 or 15.
Got any sprinkles on the windshield back there, Ken, or all dry so far?
No, it is raining hard. The track is turning over here. Getting pretty wet, buddy. Be careful, be careful. 2 to go this time by.
You know, I have to admit, I'm really, really disappointed in how the race played out. You know, the rain came with 3 laps to go. Comfortably, I was in 6th place, which was a good points haul. I was ahead of Tommy Dreese. You know, it was what it was. Started to sprinkle with 3 laps to go. I'm thinking, all right, you know, we can do this. Let's get this in. And then, you know, with 2 laps to go, the heavens opened up and it's raining. And it's raining hard, and we're on slicks, and we got close to 900 horsepower. You know, I'm doing the best I can to keep it on the track safely and get it around the track. I get caught by Cliff Eben and Tommy Dreese, and they passed me, and now I'm in 8th, and I have to make it 1 more lap.
I'm sorry, guys. I mean, it's just too treacherous.
The car's in one piece. Good job, buddy. Good job.
Sorry, guys. I burned my shit up trying to chase him down. Thanks for covering the P2, right?
Yeah, P2.
Who won the race? What's the order?
It was Kaz, Paul, and Dyson. Merrill, Boris, and then I think Tommy, and then you.
Yep, way to keep it together. One piece and clean, that's all you can ask for. No worries about it.
Yellow flag on that last lap. So it worked out for us. I mean, what a bummer.
Yeah, you know, as a driver, I've been making pretty good progress throughout the season. You know, it's no lie. You know, I've had 4 podiums this year. We've been getting faster and faster. This is kind of a humbling weekend for me. I am disappointed. Not so much in myself. I can't say I drove bad. I can't say the car was slow, but we got beat by younger, faster, better drivers, and you know, it's kind of humbling. It's like, you know, those days are not going to come around for me where I'm as quick as a 25-year-old, you know, pro from NASCAR. That's just not going to happen, and it's hard to swallow. You know, I always said that, you know, I won't drive competitively anymore when I can't be competitive. I'm still competitive, but I can see, you know, the sunset on the horizon.